on the next episode of The Walking Dead.
You like these guys.
Doesn't mean I trust them.
What is it?
Stream episodes and extras on the AMC app.
You didn't fix the boat since last time?
Good dog.
When was the last time you ate?
Dog ate yesterday.
I'm not talking about the dog.
Last week we did a 3-story explosion at the bridge, and tonight we're doing a fire stunt. I mean, working on this job's awesome. Carol is getting a little revenge on some former savior marauders. She pulls the match out of Jed's mouth, lights it.
This is such a Carol thing to do.
Wait,
You hurt my son.
I swear you'll never see us again.
And she just says, "I know," and lights the match and walks away.
Our function today is to provide all the fire. We've got burners all the way around. We've kind of surrounded it.
The cool thing about this scene is obviously it's very complicated because we are setting people on fire. We plan it out, we talk about it, it takes longer to set up. There's a lot of safety precautions in place.
We've also got fire safety. They're currently parked.
But it's not really about overshooting those moments. It's not a gore moment as much as it is a story point for Carol.
The people that are actually going to experience more of the flame will be our stunt people.
I've got 2 stunt guys over here, dressed from head to toe with gel, Nomex, and Carbonex. We'll see the fire spread in between them. We'll see his legs start up. And we'll whip over to this guy and we'll see his arms going. Rocky, you good? And then we cut. Nothing is better than the real thing. And anytime you can get real fire in a scene, working with real environments, that's gonna look the best, and then CGI and VFX can augment that to make it more dangerous or bigger, but at the end of the day, I love it when the real thing can stand on its own and really shine in a scene.
Carol is the character that I love so much, and I love being on the other side of her eyes and having just a moment of like, you, babe, take me. Yes!
3, 2, 1!
So there is a second time jump in season 9, and it's so cool because I get to be the one that introduces the time jump, me as Judith Grimes.
I love, love, love that we've jumped ahead so far because we're able to reset the characters into a new place.
Having a time jump where all this time has passed, it gave us also an interesting benefit in that we can feel like we're coming into the middle of stories where things have happened that the audience didn't see, but we feel affects the characters in the story going forward.
Physically, they're 6 years older. The things that have happened to them over the last 6 years have shaped them into different people.
We're a fair community of decent-minded people, but we are not soft.
We looked at all the locations and came up with plans on how we were going to pull this feat off. But it wasn't just the locations and our standing sets, it was also wardrobe, hair and makeup. The fact that we were going to go more and more away from automobiles and into a world of horses and training the actors for all that. The world has gone away from scavenging and into producing. All these things showed the change of how people had managed to survive.
All of the conveniences that we've been kind of living off the first 4 years is no longer at our disposal. In order to successfully continue as a community, you kind of need to start over. It goes back to kind of a re-education period of how to use the technology that's available. The thing I've been calling it is medieval Amish.
Medieval Amish is you're going back to a look, but it's really very sophisticated because you have to be so inventive without using electricity or gas.
A lot happens in 6 years, so the clothing is impacted by this time jump. Colors are more faded, items are breaking down and falling apart.
The hair, we had talked about keeping it short or going longer. And the more I thought about it, I thought it just represents such a big change in many ways.
Incoming!
It would make sense that Eugene would just keep growing his hair. Mullet is a rockin' hairstyle, but I think we can all agree this is better, especially when you put the beads in it. It's a nice evolution of the character, you know, as he grows, so does his hair.
Drop it! I've gotten to work with the producers and the actors to come up with all kinds of fun, new, different, and interesting props, things that hopefully will become iconic.
Put us in a place that we can play with so many new characters, so many new scenarios. I love Westerns. I love that we can have this Western vibe. We can have horses and carriages and bows and arrows and spears, and now they're just fighting zombies. I mean, how great is this going to be? It's going to be amazing.
We have all these little seeds planted that a lot happened in the time that we were away, and there's so much more story to tell.
I can't think of a better way to catapult the show into the future.
I haven't given up, and I never will.
Having a time jump where all this time has passed, we see that Rick's vision for the future, unfortunately, has not completely come to pass. The communities are more isolated than they've been. Daryl is a person that we've always seen is a bit of a lone wolf. It's the way that Daryl has dealt with his grief, by retreating to a version of himself that's comfortable for him. That's really where we start him off.
Be responsible, be kind, and be safe.
I will that, I promise.
We're seeing Carol in a really different place with the kingdom. She's fully become a mother to Henry and has raised this really nice young man who's gotten to grow up safe behind walls.
Everything else is ours, and that'll make us square.
Fine, take it and go.
You see this moment with these marauders, and she backs down. She doesn't take that fight on. She doesn't risk Henry's life.
I don't get it. You didn't even try.
There's no point.
You stand up for what's right and you fight what's wrong. You taught me that.
The great thing with Carol is, you know, she always has a plan.
Wait. The ring I could let go? That stuff belonged to people I knew.
I swear you'll never see us again.
I know. You don't take her stuff, and you don't mess with her kid.
Alexandria, which had taken people in, that's no longer the Alexandria of the future.
Hi, Daddy!
Gracie, stay where you are, okay?
They don't trust people. They don't open their doors to people. They're suspicious of people.
You want to tell me what this is? Michonne is in a whole different headspace from where we left her in terms of community and connection. Things have happened that have pulled her away from the mindset she used to have.
I decided they needed help.
Judith, you know the rules. She's with this astounding little Judith, now 10, 11 years old, and there's a little boy. There was something very beautiful about the idea that Rick left her with their son. It was a new little Grimes.
I'm starting to forget their voices. I'm not trying to, but they keep fading away. I hope you can still hear them.
The loss of Rick is something that still haunts her, and Michonne never got closure.
Change your plans.
There's a place a lot like this one. The leader might take you in. I'll escort you personally. Talk to her.
It gives you hope that maybe the next generation will figure out a way to make it through this world differently than their parents had to.
Good luck. work on it.
The ring I could let go? That stuff belonged to people I knew. People who went out and never came back.
We found that stuff. We didn't do anything.
You hurt my son.
I swear you'll never see us again.
I know.